Hello everybody, it's Wendy and today we're going to make this cute little pair of earrings right here to match this cute little necklace that we made using the Jessie James Magical Mystery Bead Box. First of all, our encouraging word for today is believe in yourself with a cute little dancing unicorn. I guess he's dancing. Okay, so the Magical Mystery Bead Box this month came with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chain. I love this stuff. And so I made this necklace out of it. It's kind of a southwestern little bit of a feel. And then I wanted to make a pair of earrings to match, so I made these. And that's what we're going to make today, this little pair right here, okay? So to do this, you're going to need some of the pieces of this chain, and you have to cut this chain very specifically, okay? So if you look here, let me zoom in a little so we can, okay, see the links on this chain? So let me look at this top one first. Okay, so here we go. So the links on this chain, there is a loop, see that loop? And each loop hooks on to one of these little holes. And when you cut this, you have to cut not the loop here, but you have to cut beside it on either side. And then the loop will come out and you'll be left with a piece with the loop on the top, which is important. Okay, so the first piece that you're going to need is a 2-link piece with the loop intact on the top and this bottom hole. Let me see here. How did I do this? Yeah, the bottom hole has to be intact as well. So what you're going to have to do is when you cut it, you're going to have to cut one piece where you cut these little pieces apart and have the loop, and then the next piece you're going to have to cut the loop and make sure that you leave the second little bottom piece intact. I hope that makes sense. But this has to have the intact loop at the top and the intact piece here at the bottom. So let me just do one. So if I was going to do it the way that I need it to be on this necklace, what I would do is I would have the intact loop piece on the top, and then for the bottom one, I would cut the loop on this piece. So I had this intact little hole at the bottom. So I hope that makes sense. For the other two pieces, you're going to need 2, 4, 6 links, or 6 little chevrons, and the loop on the top has to be intact. Now the loop on the bottom doesn't, but the loop on the top does. Okay, so you're going to need 3 pieces, 1 of 2 little links and 2 of 6 links. Okay, and then you're going to need 2 of these, or you're going to need obviously 4, double what I'm telling you to make 2 earrings, but you're going to need 2 of these little beads from the box, a rondelle, rhinestone rondelle from the box, an eye pin, a head pin, 2 jump rings. These are little 4mm jump rings. This square bead from the box, and a fish hook ear wire is what I'm using. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take our little, let me scoot this over just a little. We're going to take our head pin and we're going to add on bead, rondelle, bead, and then we're just going to make a regular loop. Okay, and to do that, I bend my wire right above the bead 90 degrees, just like that. I cut a little shy of my finger's width because I don't like really big loops, but if you like bigger loops, you can definitely do that. And then I'm just going to roll this loop back. Okay, and there we have it. And then I am going to take my eye pin, and I am going to take a jump ring and hook the bead piece on, but the other 2 link pieces I'm going to hook directly onto the eye pin. Okay, so I'll show you here. So I've got the eye pin. I'm just going to open it up before I put the bead on and do this because it'll be easier this way. Okay, so the first one I'm just going to feed directly on there. And then I'm going to take my 2 jump rings and I'm going to hook them together and hang this guy directly from the eye pin next in the middle of these two. I hope this is making sense. It's early a little bit. So here we go. I'll just do it and you can watch me because I'm having trouble getting the words to come out right. Okay, jump ring, close the jump ring up. And we're going to take the top jump ring and we're going to hang it right here on this eye pin. And then our second piece, whoops, get back on there now. Our second piece of chain directly on the eye pin by the loop. And we're going to close that up. Make sure it's closed really good because those will come out. Okay. And so what you'll have is you'll have your two pieces of chevron chain laying flat and your other piece dangling in the front of them. So they lay flat behind it. Well, if they're laying correctly, they do. There we go. So just like that. Okay. So that's how we do that. The chain piece first, then the little bead dangle on two jump rings, and then your other chain piece, and that's what you should have. Okay, so now we're going to take our bead. We're going to put it right on here, and I believe I did a wrapped loop. I did. Okay, so we're going to make a wrapped loop. We are going to come up a little from the bead, bend that 90 degrees, and then we're going to take our plier, and we're coming up and over. Rotate your plier up, okay, and come around. We're going to open this up, and we're going to stick this right on here. It goes on the bottom link, on the bottom little hole. I need to open that up a little bit more. So right here on this bottom hole. And it's a little fiddly, but you can get it on there if you just fiddle with it for a minute. I promise, I did it before. It has to go on right now because we're doing a wrapped loop. There we go. Just finagle around with it until it gets up on there. And if you have to open it more, like it's apparently what I'm going to have to do, just open it as wide as you can, you know, to open it as wide as you need to. There we go. Now we've got our chain on. We can grab this and kind of close it back down like that. And then we're just going to grab it in the loop right here. Try not to grab your chain in there because it will, you know, you just don't want to take a chance on breaking your chain, and you definitely don't want your chain wrapped into the thing, the wire. So you have to kind of bend that piece back down to where it's out of the way, and then you can grab this and then try to wrap. So I just grab it. That's why I like these needle nose pliers too. And then I'm just going to wrap down toward my bead. You may have to move your chain out of the way and then continue wrapping. It is a little fiddly, but it will work. You could always just hang it from a jump ring if you wanted to. That would be easier. It just was going to make the earring a little longer, and I'm just trying to keep it short. Or not short, it's not short, but, you know, shorter. This didn't seem as hard the first time I did it either. I don't know why it's so difficult this time. But there we go. So just grab it. You don't have to wrap around a whole lot, just enough to secure it to your wire is really all you need. And you can even grab it like that above the chain if you need to. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it just takes a little working with it. All right, and then we're going to cut this off. And here's what we've got. We have our chain, and it is hanging on our bead, and we have our beads and chains on the bottom. Now we may have to turn some things, but we'll do that here in just a second. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my ear wire on, and I'm going to try and do it with it facing the right direction, but obviously that's not going to happen. So let's just get it on first, and then we'll get everything turned like it needs to go. So hang your ear wire on. Now, because this ear wire is facing the wrong way for the chain, I'm going to make sure I have my loop closed up really good here. Okay. So if we wear it like this, it's going to look like this. So we need to turn it. Okay. So I'm going to take my ear wire here, and I'm just going to twist the loop to where it is facing horizontal, or it's facing this way, facing me. Okay. And that's what you need it to do. Now let's see about our bottom link here, how it's doing. So I think I have it backwards. Just make sure, maybe not. Okay. So my bottom loop, yeah, I do have it backwards. So if I hang it in my ear, it's going to be like this. We don't want that. So we're going to take this top one and hold it the way that we want it to face. Okay. And then we're going to take our bottom one with our pliers like this, and holding the top one still, turn the bottom one the way you want it to go. And it doesn't matter what your bead does at this point, just ignore it, because we're going to fix that. Okay, so then when you hang it, it's going to hang straight. So the thing to remember with that is you want to hold your top piece the way that you want it to hang and twist your bottom piece to match. Okay, so now we have our two little chevron earrings. Here they are. Super cute. So let me put these in the light box. I'll put them with the necklace, and we'll take a look at all of it together. Okay, so here we are in my light box. There is the necklace, and here are the earrings. I really like these. I think they turn out really cute. Hope you can see them pretty well. This light box is not looking so great in the camera. I've been having trouble. I don't know if its lights are getting dim, it needs new lights or what, but there we go. So there they are. Cute, cute, cute little chevron chain, earrings, and necklace set using Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box. So if you want to subscribe to that, I will link their website in the description box below this video. And please subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.